community, guests, parents, faculty, and fellow graduates. My name is Kathleen Brumfield, and I have the great honor of being the senior class president, and I would like to be the first to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2014. Tonight, we are recognizing and celebrating all that we accomplished and the individuals that we have become because of our time here at Camas. With Camas's high expectations, the graduates here understand that they were held to standards well above the norm. But tonight, we can look back and understand that those rules and regulations actually helped us to become better students. Of course, we couldn't have done it without the infamous red, thick, and thorough student handbook that we are relentlessly given at the beginning of each school year. Although the rules have always stayed the same, we are the ones who are constantly changing and transforming into the people that we are today. Have you stopped and thought about how much we've changed in 4 years? When we first walked the halls as freshmen, we grasped tightly to the map of the school and hoped that we wouldn't get lost. Of course, there were the few that hoped they would get lost so that senior football player would show them around. But now look at us, sitting as a class for one last time, getting ready to take the next steps of our lives and experience all that the world has in store for us. During our last year here together, we faced the good and the bad. We have endured successes and championships, as well as difficult losses and trials. We've seen many good things begin, and many good things come to an end. Our last homecoming, our last assemblies, our last AP classes, and our last time together as bleacher creatures. And all of the other lasts that come along with being a senior. But with so many lasts, they open the door to many more firsts. No matter what we have faced, we realize now that through all these years, we have had friends by our side. These friends have helped create the memories that we will hold with us forever. Friendship kept us strong through all that life brought us. With our friends, we wanted to grow up so quickly. Now, as we age, they are the only ones with whom we will remain forever young. I would like to encourage each and every one of you to go out and experience the world so that you may continue to grow. As E.E. Cummings once said, it takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Now, before I conclude, a huge thank you is necessary for those people that without whom none of this could have happened. First, our parents and family members who have challenged and encouraged us every step of the way. Next, I would like to thank School Board President Mary Tipton and board members Connie Hennessy, Casey Odell, Julie Rotz, and Doug Quinn. And of course, Superintendent Mike Nerland and Assistant Superintendent Jeff Snell. Thank you all for all that you do that makes Camas so successful and highly respected. And lastly, to our very own paper makers. The class of 2014 could not have done it without our associate principals, Elise Anderson, Tom Morris, and Derek Jacobs. Of course, the graduates here know that without Steve Marshall as our principal, we wouldn't be filled with half of the school spirit that we have today. The phrase, "Go paper makers," will forever be ingrained in our brains because of him. Can you please join me in giving a warm welcome to Steve as he gives his message.
Kathleen, that was a great opening welcome. Good evening, parents, family members, and special guests. You're a beautiful group. And I mean that. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but there's so much pride and excitement and hope for these students. It just emanates from the stands. I want to welcome you to tonight's graduation ceremony for the class of 2014. Before I shift the focus to these students, I want to thank you for all of your support of Camas High School, and for the support that you've given these special young adults over the past 4 years. Or longer than 4 years, of course, but you know I'm talking about their high school years tonight. Before I forget, would you please silence your cell phones if you have not already done so? And it's not because I think you need to hear my speech. I think it's because we want to make sure everyone can hear the graduates' names when they're called. All right, class of 2014. Every year, I find myself feeling the pressure to deliver a great graduation message that is original, relevant, and brief. I have not gone 3 for 3 yet, but in education, we often allow extended time to hit the standard, and so here I am again. It's going on 6 years now. I think patience is wearing thin. All right, so class of 2014, you've had me thinking hard over the past few months, and here's what I've been thinking, and I shared this with you yesterday. People like to compare. They like to come up with top 5 and top 10 lists, and they like to know who's number 1. Well, I often get asked how classes stack up, and here's what I think. I think you might just be the best class I've seen graduate from Camas High School in the last 6 years. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I said that 2 other times. But here's why I think you're at the top. You're the most balanced class I've seen, and you are high achieving in so many diverse areas. Plus, to quote Mrs. Anderson, you're good kids who've done good. Because you reminded me of the best out of so many classes, I reviewed my speeches over the last 6 years, and 2 messages stood out to me as particularly relevant to this group, a very smart, a very athletic, and a very caring group of students. The first message is this: Camas High School is abnormal. And that is not necessarily a bad thing. After all, I'm talking about abnormal in the exceptional sense of that word. But I think this abnormality, it must come with a sense of appreciation. It must come with a sense of humility, and it must come with a sense of responsibility. And that is what I hope you take with you as you transition to your life after Camas High School. And I'm going to elaborate on that message in just a moment. First, what exactly is this abnormality of which I speak? Well, I think it's abnormal that over the past 4 years, CHS has hosted the KETU Blitz not once but twice. As well, we were the first school in the entire Portland metro area to win the $10,000 Cash for Schools contest. Going to the state football finals, that's abnormal. There are nearly 70 4A schools in the state, but the paper makers were the ones who were in the dome. It's also abnormal that since 2010, the paper makers have won 4 straight Science Olympiad championships. They participated in 4 straight Knowledge Bowl finals, winning 3 of them, getting second in the other. They've won a couple of regional championships by our first robotics teams, as well as 4 straight trips to St. Louis for the International Robotics Competition. Camas High School has won not 1, not 2, but 3 Washington Achievement Awards from the Superintendent of Public Instruction for the entire state. We've had 7 merit finalists, national merit finalists, and Camas High School has twice been named by U.S. News and World Report and Newsweek as one of America's top high schools. Plus, twice you've been named to the AP Honor Roll. Now, let me tell you about the AP Honor Roll. How do you earn that? You earn it by doing things like this. By 109 of you earning AP Scholar status, which that means students who have successfully passed 3 advanced placement tests. And on top of that, you have 25 national AP Scholars. Those are students who have scored a 4 on a 5-point scale on at least 4 tests. And here's the number that's funny. There were 5 Camas High School students who achieved that status 3 years, from 2010 to 2012. But there were 20 in 2013 alone. And a lot of them are sitting here tonight. That's amazing. You guys are abnormal because you took 944 advanced placement tests this spring. That's 10 times the amount 11 years ago that were given at Camas High School. And I have not even talked about all of our league championships, district championships, state appearances. How many? I don't know. But it's a lot. Actually, I took a stab at it. I did some addition. And over the past 4 years, the class of 2014 has helped us accumulate 32 league titles and 27 district titles. And 4 academic state championships. Thank you, boys and girls swimming, on your academic achievement. All right. But allow me to review our athletic success from this year, your senior year. Under your leadership, every CHS sport finished near the top of the league, but these teams were at the top. Girls cross country, first in league, first in district. Football, first in league and second in state. Boys golf, first in league. Gymnastics, first in league and first in district. Boys soccer, first in league, getting win number 300 for Coach Minder, and qualifying for state for the 16th straight year. Girls soccer, first in league, first in district, and reaching the Final Four at state. Girls softball, first in league, first in district, defeating Union in the district finals. Girls district, girls swimming, first in district. Boys swimming, first in league and first in district. And volleyball qualifying for state for the 10th straight year. Way to go, Coach Neidig, girls. And I can't forget girls track. The girls tracksters set 5 school records and a state and national record at the state track meet. Wow. Now, keeping in the tradition of impressive theatrical performances, such as Into the Woods and Rossum's Universal Robots, we have another great play, Shakespeare's A Midsummer's Night Dream. And who could forget our spring musical, Grease? Tell me more, tell me more. I will. How about the CHS choir learning about 64 different songs this year? Some in foreign languages?